Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the audience. Early this week I had what can only be described as a gigabrain moment. I was thinking about my many adventures in WoW and how, despite the fun I've had over the years, I've always suffered from a debilitating illness which has dogged my steps at every turn. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm an alcoholic. Yep, there it is, I said it. How do you think I know so much information about every class, such as the fact that feral druids frequently pose in balance affinity at the start of Mythic Plus to fool their group into not instantly kicking them for being, well, a feral? Alcoholicism is an issue which affects a lot of people. In fact, it could well be described as just another spectrum that some of us are on. You, me, them. But here's the thing, I found a solution. I present to you Ascension WoW. It's a private server, but get this, it's classless. You build your character by choosing from different abilities as you level up, which you get from picking cards like fucking Yami Yugi. That one's for you, John, you trap card activating degenerate. Anyways, I thought this sounded like a cool idea, so I decided I'd give it a try. What, you've already seen McDoubles play Ascension WoW and this is blatant plagiarism, you say? I resent that. There are at least 3 differences between me and him. 1, he knows what he's doing. I don't. At all. 2, his videos are good. Mine are different.
Fuck you. I serve the blue booba and fita.
And 3, I'm English, he's not. I guarantee wherever he is right now, the food, weather and teeth are at least 100 times worse here. Now that we've put that to bed, let me take you on my classless WoW adventure. Episode 1, Rise of the Elemental Warrior. So I started out as strongly as possible by picking one of only 2 acceptable race choices for anyone in possession of a fucking brain. Yeah, you know it, I picked an orc, because you can't be accused of cocking up the raid if your shoulders are too wide to fit through the fucking instance portal. So after I'd made my absolute unit of a hero, we logged in. The first thing I was confronted by was a choice of 3 cards, each one showing a different random ability. You can only pick one at first, and you get to do this several times in the beginning to establish your initial spells. Now obviously you want a bit of synergy going on here, and you get the chance to re-roll at this stage, so it's a gamble. But that's cool because over here in Englandshire, we know a thing or two about winning when it comes to gambling.
We think the winner was... I think...
I knew I wanted to make a melee build. After all, I'm playing an orc, right? So when I got the option to pick up charge, I thought, yeah, I'll have that. What I was looking for next was something like Heroic Strike or Hamstring, you know, warrior stuff. Instead, I got Earth Shock, and then also Lightning Shield. And I thought, alright, I could build some sort of absolutely bonkers in-your-face enhancement shaman, run up on dudes and knock them spark out. So this is the build I decided I would work with. I call it the Elemental Warrior, and I have absolutely no idea what the fuck I am doing, but at least I was ready to level. The adventure began in Durotar, you know, the usual, doing chores and killing boars. The increased experience rates on the server actually made the experience feel pretty fresh and well paced. This is aided significantly by the fact that you're always looking forward to the next choice of abilities, so every 2 levels feels like an important milestone which will shape your character. I breezed through the Valley of Trials, which I might add was packed with players. This was partly aided by my discovery of a bug allowing me to bonk the same peon 5 times in a row, so that rather than fix the issue of the lazy peons, I instead just turned one of them into a vegetable. Moving along on the journey, the next ability I picked up was Flame Shock, I believe, which I was pretty happy about. I was really starting to see the concept in my mind turning into reality. I travelled to Senjin village and started introducing Zalazane and his friends to the old 1-2. As a side note, one thing I noticed at this point was the world buffs which were applied to me. Not sure if this was a promotional thing or what, but it had me cutting through the water like fucking Michael Phelps, which again helped with the levelling. The next 2 abilities which I picked up were Rejuvenation and Sprint as I kept progressing, which I think added both to the flavour and the strength of the build, giving me a heal through the power of the Devil's Herb and even more mobility on top of charge. It was about time for a swift trip over to the Barrens, as I'd basically outleveled Durotar by this point. I was pleasantly surprised to see that there were quite a few people hanging around at the crossroads and doing quests out and about in the zone, with there also being a lot of activity in the world chat. Joining any private server and seeing a good amount of activity is a sure sign that the population is healthy, which for me is always a big incentive to keep on playing. And I think that's probably a good note to leave this one on, guys. I'm enjoying my time on Ascension and I'm down for doing more. I've got to find some way to satiate you saucy little minxes, haven't I? Anyway, if you enjoyed this and you'd like to see more, please let me know. I was thinking about trying out some dungeons in the next episode, which could be fun. Now, if you like the channel and you want to show your support, I'd love to see you subscribe. Seeing those numbers move around on the screen really does make my brain tickle. Until the next video then, guys, I will wish you all a lovely day and I'll see you later. Bye bye.